You're scrolling through your feed, minding your own business, when a video makes you stop dead in your tracks. A billionaire CEO is disguised as a construction worker to test his girlfriend's loyalty. Or maybe a magical pregnancy resulting in 99 kids at once. The acting is terrible. The plot makes zero logical sense. It is pure, unfiltered cringe. And yet, you watch the whole thing. These clips are far more than just social media filler. They are the calculated front lines of an industry that has mapped the exact limits of human attention. In 2024, the Chinese microdrama market achieved a massive financial milestone. It surpassed the country's traditional cinematic box office, pulling in roughly 150 trillion rupiah. This format has become a massive global export. Viewers in the United States currently make up nearly 60% of the overseas paying audience. How exactly does a 1-minute vertical video, shot on a shoestring budget with B-list actors, manage to out-earn Hollywood blockbusters? The answer starts with the physical constraints of the product itself. These shows are shot strictly in a 9:16 vertical aspect ratio, with episodes lasting between 1 and 3 minutes. They are built exclusively to live inside your mobile phone. Look at this graph comparing narrative pacing. A traditional film uses a slow-building 3-act structure to establish characters and settings. A microdrama strips all of that away. It throws you straight into the conflict, and the tension spikes immediately. Then, right at the peak of that tension, the episode abruptly cuts off. Every single minute-long clip is engineered to end on a sharp cliffhanger. It borrows heavily from video game psychology. The main character suffers intense humiliation, followed instantly by rapid revenge. It creates a satisfying, immediate dopamine hit in your brain, much like leveling up in a game. The rapid pacing and lack of exposition are intentional design choices. They bypass your critical thinking to deliver pure, instant gratification. But the format alone doesn't explain why people obsess over stories about secret billionaires, intense revenge plots, and magical saviors. For many millennials and Gen Z, the traditional ladder to success is frozen. Wages have stalled while the cost of housing has skyrocketed, making milestones like marriage feel like a luxury. When real-world mobility feels impossible, the only happy ending that seems plausible is a miracle. This is why themes of hypergamy, being suddenly rescued by someone with infinite power, are so effective. For an exhausted audience, these stories aren't just fantasy. They are a psychological release valve for the frustration of feeling stuck. The same goes for the zero-to-hero narrative. When you feel powerless and exhausted by a relentless daily grind, watching an underdog instantly humiliate their oppressors is deeply cathartic. Viewers know they aren't watching high art. They are buying a highly targeted escape from a stressful reality. And that brings us to how these platforms actually extract the cash. This diagram illustrates their aggressive business model. Unlike standard streaming services that charge one flat monthly fee, microdramas rely on a barrage of tiny, individual coin purchases. They use a free sample strategy. You get the first 10 to 20 episodes at no cost, you get invested in the characters, you hit a cliffhanger, and then the narrative hits a hard paywall. Unlocking the next 1-minute clip might only cost 1 or 2,000 rupiah. It feels cheap in the moment, but these series often run for 100 episodes. Binging a single story to the end can easily cost you over 100,000 rupiah. The platforms take the lion's share, around 80%. They immediately pump those profits back into an aggressive social media advertising loop to pull in the next viewer. Once you've spent the money on 90 episodes, walking away without the ending feels like a loss. You end up paying for the final scene because you've already paid for the 99 that came before it. This psychological and financial loop became so effective that the Chinese government actually stepped in to regulate the industry. Regulators wiped out tens of thousands of episodes. They targeted shows that promoted extreme materialism, violence, and values they considered socially destructive or delusional. Yet the industry is already adapting. Professional filmmakers are now entering the space, bringing higher production values to this hyper-paced vertical format. This proves that as global attention spans continue to shrink, the entertainment industry will ruthlessly optimize itself to fit into those tiny 1-minute windows. That video of the disguised CEO is a data-driven product, Every cut and every coin gate is designed to keep you paying until the very last second. You are looking at a billion-dollar machine designed to drain your wallet 1 minute at a time.